Not the type of game we're used to from the Leafs as they get clobbered. But the Ottawa Senators, they lose 6-3 to the Sens. And right from the get-go, the Leafs didn't really look smart. They didn't look good. They didn't really look like their head was in the game. And, right out of the gate, the Ottawa Senators had a lot of zone time, getting a lot of quality shots against Freddie Anderson, who had to make big saves early. However, the Senators did lead 1-0 after one as, it just, as Nate Thompson bangs in a greasy goal, as everyone's just crowded around the net, and he finds a way to bang it home against a sprawling Frederik Andersen, making it 1-0 Senators after one. But really, the Leafs didn't deserve a lead. They didn't deserve a tie. They didn't deserve anything after that first period. Now, we go into the second period. We're like, okay, we got a fresh period. We know what this team can do. Let's see what we can do. Now, nothing really happened for the entire second period. The Ottawa Senators did a great... as much as I'm a Leaf fan, and I'm a die-hard blue and white Leaf fan, I am also a hockey fan, and I got to give the Senators credit. They did a great job of bottling up the Leafs at the neutral zone, not giving them a lot of zone time, and just being a real pesky team against the Leafs. And you look later in the period, that pesky team turns into a tip-in Ryan Dzingel goal and a Derek Brassard goal to make it 3-0 Senators after two periods. Now, a lot of Leaf fans are like, I love this team. I love the way they can score. But it's 3-0 after two periods, and they really haven't shown a lot of fight. Hang on. We go into the third period, 6 minutes in, James Van Riemsdyk scores, making it 3-1. Ron Hainsey, Connor Brown grab assists on the play. It's a 3-1 game. I mean, it's still early, and this team still can score, but it's going to be difficult. We have learned this season that when this team scores, they can be quick strike offense, like right back at it. They can be right on the play. Scoring, I think it was the last game, they scored 2 goals in 43 seconds and 2 goals in 40 seconds, like that. It was crazy. And in 2 minutes and 34 seconds after the James Van Riemsdyk goal to make it 3-1, Austin Matthews, off a great feed from William Nylander, fires in his 7th goal of the season, making it a 3-2 game. And Ron Hainsey grabs a secondary assist on that play. Okay, it's a 3-2 game. We're right back in it. There's still 12 minutes to play here. Let's get going. But right after, 7 seconds after the Austin Matthews goal to make it a 3-2 game, Mark Stone gets an odd man rush, however, and fires it in to make it a 4-2 game. And we're all like, that the little comeback the Leafs had fell short. However, this team does not quit. It really does not. As William Nylander fires in a beautiful shot, just tucking it in the corner. Great screen in front. But he just tucks it in the corner, making it a 4-3 game. Jake Gardiner and Austin Matthews grab assists on the play. William Nylander's 3rd goal of the season. It's a 4-3 game with still just under, 7 or just over 7 minutes to play. Here we go. But again, not long after that, Derek Brassard comes in and scores to make it a 5-3 game. So the Leafs, once they got really close, the Ottawa, I don't know if they turned it up or the Leafs kind of settled back or what happened, but the Senators were able to answer every goal, close goal the Leafs had, and Derek Brassard, like I said, making it a 5-3 game. The Leafs couldn't really come back from that. Mark Stone fires an empty netter, making it a 6-3 game, and that is all she wrote. Now, if we got to take positives out of a 6-3 loss to a divisional opponent, it is that this team did not quit. They did not give in to the Ottawa Senators in Ottawa, even though half the people there were Leaf fans. they did not give in. They fought back left and right. But the reoccurring theme this season has been defense collapsing. And 6 goals for the Ottawa Senators. As much as the Leafs been able to score a lot this year, 6 goals against a team that is pretty good defensively is going to be difficult. The Leafs score 3, but it's not good enough. Freddie Anderson, again, he made big saves early, but was not able to come up with the big saves late in the game to come away with the victory. And that's just the way it is. Now, it's a game you got to put behind you, just like the way you do in baseball. Baseball players got to have a short memory. If they lose a game and they stink in that game, you know what? It sucks. But you got to move on. The great thing about baseball is it's the next day. Now, with hockey and basketball, it's a little bit different. The Leafs have a few days to work on what they saw in this game that wasn't very good and come out Monday night against the Los Angeles Kings at the Air Canada Center and come back with a victory. The great thing about what this team has done early on is they've been able to take a loss and come back with a win. They won their first 3 games. They lost to New Jersey. They come back and won 3 games. Now they've lost a game. What's next? That's the big question. That's as much as us Leaf fans love what this team has shown so far, we got to be optimistic. We got to go into these games thinking, okay, it's going to be a tough game. Let's fight through it. Let's get a win. Now, we didn't today. As much as it sucks, and I'm as frustrated as you guys are, let's move on. Let's put this tough game against the divisional opponent Senators behind us. Forget about it. As much as you can be upset and distraught about it, forget it. You can't change it. All right. The next game is against the Los Angeles Kings, who have had a pretty good start to their season. They've had a pretty darn good start, and a lot of people have said, obviously, since last year they didn't have a very good season. Obviously, with Jonathan Quick injured, they are 6-0-1 on the season as of right now. And you can't take this team lightly, no matter if they're on the road or at the Staples Center. You can't. Now, this team, obviously, you're going to see Freddie Anderson in this game on Monday night. You got to see a good Freddie Anderson, a great forecheck to try and mix up their defensemen and get them turn the puck over and play solid defense. You got to play an all-around good game to beat this Los Angeles team with Jonathan Quick in the net. That's the key, all right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed this video and you're as frustrated about this game as I am, because you know what? We saw positives, but we're like, man, not enough to win this game. Hit that like button, I do appreciate that. Hit that subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below what you guys think of this game, what you guys think of the Leafs play, and what do you think they need to improve on heading into that Los Angeles game Monday night. And we'll talk to you guys very shortly, Raptors edition, as they clobbered the Philadelphia 76ers, but JV looks a little injured. We'll talk about that a little bit later. And but they got the win. That's the main thing. 2-0 Raptors, 6-2 Leafs. We'll talk to you guys Monday night, Leafs edition, as they take on the Los Angeles Kings, as we've been saying, as they look to get back in the win column and get back off on the right note and feel good about themselves after this rough loss on Saturday night. Hockey Night in Canada, never a good feeling. But you know what? That's the way this team's got to have adversity and grind and fight. We'll talk to you guys then.